Now, what it's doing here, exporting parts to estimation work. So it does, every part that runs through here, it does export out to our costing engine. So it'll give you an exact cost for each part as well as the assembly based on current material prices that you've entered in, your cost per pound. And then it will, it also exports out DXF files. So if you do need DXF files for anything, you'll have access to those. So here's a sample report that we get. It'll show each of the components that it identified in the assembly. And then here it shows which ones it converted to an SCM model.
Yep. Okay,
After
so
that,
can we time out?
Yep. What's
Can
up?
you scroll back up just a skosh? Okay, so the other thing we're doing on a parallel path to this, Colby, is we're looking at going paperless to our shop floor. And I think it'd be really beneficial to be able to give the fabricator a bill of material with the thumbnail of all the parts.
Yep.
And so is there a way to give any dimensional data to that part? So say we have two parts that look that little triangle, you know, we might, you can't really tell exactly by looking at that dimensionally how big it is.
Sure.
And there might be some other triangle in the box. How do I know I got this part that I need 5 of them versus this part? What? Yeah. You know, how bet we handle something like that. And
I mean, maybe Cooley has an eloquent solution to some of that. I know I've been kind of eyeballing some of this, and I figured if we get our hands on this at some point, I could take it because I know that this is an HTML file export and it's exporting a table. Can I write something that takes that information and adds, enriches it, you know, with more data that we have in TDM or in SolidWorks, so that we can get some information.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily
you
know
could,
that off the top of my head. Maybe.
experiment with that. Now, like as this is, there's no modifications that we can make directly to this. Now you could obviously, you can have some either etching on the part or with the setup sheets that we get for the actual laser. That one identifies a part and then it has a number in the nest. So you can look at the thumbnail of the part and then it might say like, well, this part's number 4, and then every instance of it on the nest will have a number 4. So if they're denesting it, they have a better visual reference. But if you wanted to work with this HTML file, if you have a software application that you can work with those and add more information onto it or something like that, that would probably be your best option.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm sure that there's a combination of things that we could do to get some sort of table together. Okay. And my thing already can export a lot of that. I am actually almost more interested in this particular table that you're showing now because that shows the 2D, you know, geometry shape there for the nesting, which is what you would be looking at when you're looking at a sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
yep.
I like